Hey, Illini fans, they won. They won indeed. It wasn't even that close compared to what even the score said. 86-73 win over the Xavier Musketeers. And what a performance by the Illini from top to bottom. Really only one negative tonight, and that was 14 turnovers by the Illini. But I think that was some of Xavier's pressure and KJ trying to do a little too much at times. But you can't really complain about the effort tonight. I mean, you think about this: Illinois 45 rebounds compared to Xavier's 25 rebounds, 10 offensive rebounds. The Illini were 12 from 30 from beyond the 3 point line. They were making shots, they were getting rebounds off their misses, and they were setting themselves up for some decent success behind the 3 point line. We got to talk about the three newbies tonight of Will Riley, 22 points, 8 from 12 from the field, did not miss a single shot in the second half. What an unbelievable performance. Just the 3 pointers that he was making. The level of difficulty on these shots was absolutely incredible. What a performance by Will Riley. He is my player of the game tonight in this NCAA first round. Then you look at Tomislav Visic, 4 3 pointers, 10 rebounds, 20 points. Xavier had no answer for him tonight, and that was with the great defense of Zach Freemantle, who you saw against Texas, really stepped up, and Tomislav kind of took his lunch money tonight. So Tomislav Visic, great job. I got to salute you. That was an unreal performance. And did Brad Underwood tell KJ that it's like the Euro Cups? Because my goodness, 16 points, 10 assists, 9 rebounds, 9 from 9 from the free throw line. Again, had the turnover bug, but with a stat line like this, that's something you will take. Then Kylan Boswell, he was the leader. And I know if you've been watching any of my Illini quick hitters on Illini cast, that you knew the leaders had to be leaders. And Kylan had 20 points against Long Beach State his freshman year. That was his career high in terms of NCAA tournament, games, and his season high that year. This time he had 15 points, 5 rebounds, but he was the really steady Eddie presence that the Illini needed tonight. What a great job by Kylan Boswell. Got to talk about the Illini's defensive effort tonight. There were some great blocks by Tomislav Visic, great defensive presence by Morris Johnson. Kylan Boswell was getting into guys' grills and wasn't able to make them comfortable from behind the 3 point line. So, unbelievable job by Kylan Boswell. But this is the stat I want to showcase: Fremantle plus Foster equals 5 combined points. Yes, Swain got his career high tonight for the Musketeers, but hey, you'll take that with two guys that dominated, that really had the hot hand against the Texas Longhorns, to combine them for only 5 points. Unreal job by them. Also, the Illini, 18 for 18 from behind the free throw line. 18 for 18. The stats and info department got CBS a great note that that is the most amount of free throws without a miss in an Illini NCAA tournament game. They've never gone perfect from behind the free throw line. So kudos to the Illini and Brad Underwood for really being prepared for this game. It could have gone really easy to go soft after the performance against the Maryland Terrapins, but the Illini were prepared. The Illini met the physicality that Xavier brought, and they really just stood this test. Next up is a slightly injured Kentucky team. You have a two guys in Morez Johnson and Tomislav Visic that can match that physicality in the front court. It's all going to be on the backs of the turnovers and making sure that Kentucky doesn't get hot from behind the 3 point line. You gotta get in their grills like you did tonight against Xavier, and I think that Illinois could be advancing into the second weekend. Just proud of the performance by this Illini team. I think this is a game that the Illini really needed to really solidify them as having a good season. I wanted one NCAA tournament win. I think this team has the talent to go to the Elite Eight, possibly to fall to Houston, but you needed one. You didn't want to get embarrassed like you did against Maryland in the Big Ten tournament. You didn't want a repeat of the Duke performance at all in this NCAA tournament. Could that still happen against a team like Houston? Absolutely. But in the first round, you stood your first test and was stood your first test with Xavier, and you did your job. And kudos to Brad Underwood. He was great with the pick and roll set, the two-man game that KJ and Tomislav had, and really just let that function work until Sean Miller made the adjustment. But one thing that I've critiqued Brad Underwood is what happens with after that adjustment's made. Brad Underwood tonight made that adjustment, and plus the talent helped him out, like especially Will Riley in the second half. There was a little bit of a run by Xavier, but the Illini were able to get things done with that KJ steal. You had that Will Riley three-pointer off the offensive rebound, and then Tomislav had a really, really nice block to set up a nice possession afterwards to really just stymie that momentum that the Xavier Musketeers had. And just a great performance by the Illini. Again, 86-73 win over the Xavier Musketeers in the round of 64. They will play Kentucky on Sunday. I can't wait to see what Brad Underwood has in store for that Kentucky Wildcat team. And Mark Pope, he's kind of the old dog in this matchup. So let's see if he can really use that experience to his advantage. And we'll see what happens on Sunday. But I really think this is going to be an Elite Eight team. I think Illinois is going to beat Kentucky on Sunday. And go Illini, ILL,